Hello Capricorn and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a reading for mid-February 2023 looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future. As you can see, I've already gone ahead and pulled the oracle cards and clarified those. I have the overall energy for the reading. We'll dive into tarot, and then I have the decks I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Please remember, these are general readings and they will not resonate fully for everyone. So please remember to take what resonates and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right. In your recent past, Capricorn, you have worked through your fears with the Ten of Swords in reverse. This whole reading is about you going through a healing period of feeling like you are not, it's almost like feeling like you're not receiving what you deserve, but also diving into a level of feeling like you're not worthy too. So it's both, on the surface, you don't feel like you're receiving what you deserve, but then what is the underlying energy underneath that's making you put out the energy of not feeling worthy? Because that's ultimately kind of, I feel like the issue here. So your recent past was working through a lot of fear, a lot of healing, and almost like getting through this energy of feeling a little bit betrayed by the universe, feeling like the universe isn't providing you with having your needs and desires met. Now, in your current energy, you have a new start is coming with the Page of Wands in reverse. So I like this energy for you guys because this does give you hope to say, hey, something better is coming your way. However, with the Page of Wands in reverse, right now is a time of really working through inner child energy. And this inner child energy, I really feel has to do with you not feeling good enough. You're going through a pretty deep spiritual cleansing right now because your overall energy is spiritual cleansing and shift. So there is a shift to a new beginning that's looking to take place in your life, but there's some old energy that needed to be released. And a lot of that has to stem from beliefs about your childhood, beliefs about yourself and what you feel you're deserving of, that stem from childhood, because your immediate future, you are good enough with the Ten of Wands in reverse. So there's been a level of you holding on to this energy of not feeling good enough for something, not feeling good enough for whatever it is that you're trying to create, attract, bring into your world. And so I feel like this is a lot of inner work that you're currently doing, almost even if you don't realize that you're doing inner work, facing your fears, facing the frustrations, and kind of getting through them and realizing that it is a spiritual cleansing. It's a time for release right now. But all right, Capricorn, let's look at your recent past, clarifying work through your fears with the Ten of Swords. Recent past for Capricorn. This is Capricorn's recent past, please. Recent past for Capricorn. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, I'll take all of them. Okay. Interesting. So you have the Six of Pentacles, the Hierophant in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the King of Swords. A lot of air sign energy for so to me that I'm reading, since there's a lot of air sign energy in this reading, I'm reading that as this is a lot about being super in your head about something. And it's about something you're trying to build, something you're trying to create, something you're trying to, you are actively working on. Now, in your recent past, it's almost like, because this has to do with reciprocation. So I feel like there's a level of you feeling like you're putting your energy into something and not getting not receiving what you want back to the fullest extent. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, but the times that you don't, it's a very frustrating experience for you. And there's a level of almost closing your heart off to the universe because of that frustration. So it's almost this level of the universe isn't providing me what I want, need, deserve, whatever the case is. And so you're kind of saying, you're getting a little bit, you're closing your heart off to the love and the openness that's required in order to receive. Because with the Hierophant in reverse, there's a level of a perspective shift that's needed about the situation. Because I feel like right now there's a little bit of tough love kind of reading, right? A little bit of why me or why not me in this reading, when in reality there needs to be a little bit of why have I not been able to attract this into my life? What's going on in me? Because 95% of our movements, choices, decisions comes from within us. Our reactions and our responses to our reality, only 5% of our energy is our response to that is conscious. So 95% of us is responding based on our past thoughts, beliefs, experiences that we have internalized since we were a kid. And so that's why you have this working through, inner child energy, is because a lot of the reasons that you're not receiving whatever it is that you're wanting, or because I feel like this is about something specific. It is about something you're building, and it's about something specific, not in general building the life you want, like something specific that you've been focusing on, you've been putting your time and energy into. And it's almost like this perspective shift is needed about how to receive. It's the how, I feel like, that's coming through for me, because I feel like the fact that you are able to receive, capable of receiving, that's not the question, right? We are always capable of receiving whatever it is that we want and need, but it's how we receive it. How do we go about receiving? It doesn't just show up, on our doorstep, right? So how do we create that? And I feel like there's something in you that's almost blocking that in a way. Reset past for Capricorn. That's why you have this spiritual cleansing. You're cleansing out the energy that is keeping you from being able to receive what it is that you want. Reset past for Capricorn, please. Oh my goodness. Not taking those. So this is a cycle. And it's a cycle of frustration. Look at that. I don't have any earth sign in my chart. I don't have any Capricorn in my chart, but I could see that, I could see how this would resonate. And I do everything I can to not, I even set the intention to not bring my own personal, beliefs and situations into this. But I'm seeing cards of frustration, and there's the new beginning here too. So what I'm seeing, because this, again, remember, this is your recent past, but this is a cycle for you. When things are going well and you're in an energy of receiving, things start to look like they're coming together. It's really easy for you, and really anyone, right, to have an optimistic mindset, to say, great, things are happening for me. That means I can only expect better things. If things are good now, it's easier to believe that they're going to be good later. The test for you here is to keep the faith and keep that optimistic outlook, even when things don't feel as good, when you're not receiving, when you're not in a position of watching whatever it is that you're putting any energy into pay off. So that's why, because with the Nine of Swords in reverse, there's a need to release this anxiety about whether or not you're ever going to get, whether or not you're going to receive. Because I feel like there's this level of you feeling like at the end of the day, am I going to make it? Am I going to get there? Am I going to receive? The answer is, if you let yourself, right? It's absolutely possible, but you're currently going through this cleansing of the soul to release these fears about this not happening. That's why you have worked through your fears, because this Ten of Swords in reverse to me is releasing this idea, or this fear of like betrayal from the universe. Like the universe doesn't have your back, right? Which obviously isn't the case. But just because it's taking a little bit longer than you want it to, it doesn't mean that it's not happening. It just means that it's taking time, right? All right, let's look at your recent past. Recent past for Capricorn, please. Look at that, Ten of Swords in reverse with the Death card. This is putting an ending, like an ending to this. Or here's something else that's kind of coming through. Maybe you've experienced failure in the past, or you've experienced things like whatever you put energy into, whatever you try to invest in, it eventually comes to an end, or it eventually betrays you, or whatever the case is. And that belief within itself could be blocking this, because this is the same Ten of Swords in reverse as right here, which I'm actually going to get a little bit nosy about. Let me see if I can get some information on this Ten of Swords in reverse. Just clarifying the Ten of Swords in reverse and Capricorn's recent past. This is a very stressful energy we're in, Capricorns. Very stressful energy. Yeah, okay. So this fear of the universe betraying you, it gives you this feeling of, oh, I need to pull back to my comfort zone. I shouldn't take a leap of faith towards the things that I love, or I shouldn't, keep my heart open to the possibility of the universe. I need to pull back to my comfort zone, because what if the past repeats itself? What if I experience this failure? What if things do come to an end? What if I end up hurt? It's kind of the whole aspect of taking a risk, right? And so there's that level of like, it's almost like you're fearing, because the death card to me is also like a spiritual death. Like you're going through a spiritual death too, which is good. It's painful, obviously. It's difficult, it's stressful, it's painful, it's difficult, but it's good. And that's the spiritual cleansing here. So that might feel why, that might be why you feel so like you just don't have a positive outlook right now. I mean, you might now a little bit more than you did in your recent past, but you did not. You were dealing with a lot of fear. And that's typically what a spiritual death is, right? It's making friends with fear. All right, current energy here for Capricorn. So you have a new start is coming with the Page of Wands in reverse. Capricorn's current energy, please. Capricorn's current energy, please. Okay, I'm going to clarify this because you have the Eight of Cups, and there's that Hierophant in reverse, so a perspective shift that's needed. Clarifying this Eight of Cups and Capricorn's current energy. Because the Eight of Cups could be something that you need to walk away from, something that you have walked away from, something that's walked away from you. Let me get clarity on this Eight of Cups for Capricorn's current energy. This is something that you've walked away from in the past. Or something that's walked away from you in the past. Something that didn't come together for you in the past is affecting your current energy. That's why there's this inner child energy involved. Like it's almost like you've experienced failure, or like you've walked away from something that you wish you didn't, or something like that. And it's almost like there's that need to heal that so that you can receive what you deserve, because this Justice in reverse card is talking about not receiving what you deserve. And then you have the High Priestess in reverse, which is saying this is a level of not listening to your intuition. Because I feel like with the new start is coming, like your intuition is telling you like everything's going to be fine. It's almost like, Capricorn, you have a tendency not like you almost have a tendency to quit while you're ahead, or like to walk away from something because of fear of failure instead of facing the fear of failure. Something like that. Like it's almost like running from something that is meant for you, or wanting to, feeling like you want to, because you fear it's never going to come together. But I feel like it is going to come together for you. I do. I mean, I just think that it has this whole, like, you have to have that belief, right? Now, you have to work through all the fear of why you don't think it's going to come together, and why you don't think it's possible, or you don't think it's right for you, or whatever the case is. Current energy for Capricorn. I don't think you want to walk away from this. There's the self-doubt. There's the self-doubt. There's some self-doubt at play here. Yeah, I mean, which we knew, but the self-doubt, you have the devil here. And I'm feeling like just fear. Like this fear, there's a lot of fear in these messages. So you're fearful of the possibility. Because although the possibilities could be a ton of really great things for you, you're focusing on what could go wrong. All of the ways, like, what if this happens? What if this happens? Which, if you're taking some sort of a leap of faith, or if you're pursuing something you're passionate about, or if you're on, in alignment with your path, then that's very much what you're going to experience. You're going to experience a lot of fear. That's like the whole thing. That's why this whole spiritual journey thing isn't easy, is because if you're in alignment with your path, it's like if you're afraid, then that pretty much means you're doing it right. So this is working through a lot of self-doubt that I feel like but it's inner child. It's almost like getting younger you to believe in you. Current energy. I don't know. That sounds weird, I feel like, but that's what's coming through. Okay, current energy for Capricorn. I don't think you want to walk away from this. I don't. Current energy for Capricorn. I mean, if you do, if it's not meant for you, then you know that, and of course, but yeah, because you're just lacking hope right now. Six of Wands in reverse with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Your material world, and there's the overthinking. Yeah, and then there's the Three of Wands in reverse. This overthinking makes you want to pull back to your comfort zone. And walking away from this would be going back to your comfort zone. Now, if this is something that isn't treating you well, that just is not giving you what you deserve, meaning like is taking advantage of you or anything like that, then this isn't your reading, because this isn't talking about that. This is stemming from self-doubt. This is something that you want to invest in, that is meant for you, and you know that. You feel that. You're just having a hard time believing that. You're going through a healing period right now. So because there's the Eight of Swords in reverse right there. So if things feel scary right now, like good almost, like I know that it doesn't, like, I'm not saying good for you for feeling afraid, but like if you're facing these fears, that's how you know you're getting closer, right? That's how you know that the closer you get to the end of a cycle, your cycle, I feel like, is letting your fear control you. I feel like that's a big theme in this reading. So the closer you get to the end of the cycle, the harder that devil energy attacks, the more fear you're going to experience. So keep the faith, because I really feel like you said, like I said, this is spiritual cleansing and shift. Like you're coming to like this, like almost like shift in energy, but you've got to have this release first. So that's why I said if you're facing a lot of fear right now, then good, because it means that you're getting rid of it so that it doesn't control you. Immediate future for Capricorn. You are good enough with the Ten of Wands in reverse. This is dropping that burden. And I feel like the burden is fear. Immediate future for Capricorn. Clarifying, you are good enough with the Ten of Wands in reverse. This is Capricorn's immediate future. Look at that, breakthrough. With the Hermit. There's a breakthrough in your immediate future. And there's the Knight of Cups again. So this breakthrough is what you've been waiting for. It's almost like this clarity comes in where you're like, you know what? Not only is this meant for me, but I deserve it. And therefore, I'm going to keep, investing in it, even though it's scary and it's hard and there's a lot of uncertainty. I'm gonna keep doing it because I know I deserve it. I feel like that's what this breakthrough is. But you got to work through the fear, all of the reasons that you're not finding this mental clarity to get there, right? Immediate future for Capricorn. So yeah, there's a lot of clarity coming in. And it's clarity about you being good enough. And it almost lets you kind of like this energy in your future feels so much lighter than what you've been dealing with and what you're currently in. So I do feel like there is this shift. Like this is about the shift. Immediate future for Capricorn, please. The Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So there it is. It almost like, because the Two of Cups to me, it's coming into this like balance of holding fear, because your fear is never going to go away. You will always be afraid of failure, of things going wrong, of, there's always going to be what ifs. But you don't have to choose them, right? You can choose the faith. And so the Two of Cups to me, that's why like you have this light and dark, right? It's coming into like balancing fear and faith and understanding, yes, my fear is always going to be there. It's always going to be a part of this journey, but I don't have to believe it. I can choose faith. I can choose to believe in myself. I can choose to believe in the universe. And that leads you here to your Ten of Pentacles and your immediate future. But in order for us to really truly believe in the universe, we first have to believe that we're worthy. Because most of our fear stems from this feeling that we deserve not good things instead of knowing we deserve good things and, demanding those be brought into our life. Now, when I talk about demanding, I'm not saying, because there's the world card. Sorry. I'm not saying like I demand the universe brings me what I deserve. I mean, you demand it in the sense that you are going to continuously make the choices that align with your path, not pull yourself back to your comfort zone, which is definitely something you're having a little bit of fear with right now. Like, I feel like you're really wanting to do that, but I don't think you should. I don't think you should. I think you should stay outside your comfort zone and allow yourself to face this, because I think that once you get through it, like, I mean, just based on what I see, you have the 10 of Pentacles. Like, this is long-term stability right here, right? It's abundance. And so I feel like that's this period in your life, though it doesn't feel very good, it's helping you attract this abundance that you're ultimately wanting. The 7 of Pentacles. Okay, that makes sense. There's the 6 of Pentacles. That talking about that, and then the Strength card in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. So this is about, you have a tendency to burn yourself out on this path because you invest in it from a place of not believing you deserve it. You come from this place of like, oh, please, 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 I hope this, I hope this works out. I hope that I eventually make it there. Instead of saying, I am on the right path. I have the right intentions. Therefore, I know I will get there in divine time. I don't have to worry about if I hear a no or if something doesn't go my way. Like, I don't have to worry about that because I know that no matter what, I'm attracting what's meant for me. What's meant for me will always make me happy. It will always fulfill my soul. And so that's why there's this need to kind of, because that's why you are good enough. This is not seeing that you're good enough, not seeing your value, not seeing your worth. So your immediate future is kind of having a breakthrough about that and realizing, oh my gosh, the energy I put out is the energy I get back. And right now, part of that 95% that I'm not really in conscious control over is a little bit like taking a little bit of control. And it's making me feel like I don't deserve to have the abundance that I ultimately know that I do deserve. Because I feel like this has to do with like a passion. I'm going to clarify this. No, I'm not. I'm not going to clarify anything else. I think that I've said everything I need to say for this reading. I'm going to jump on over to the extended, where we're going to clarify, the messages, dive into them further, pull an actual advice card at the end. But I hope that this helped, Capricorn. I hope this resonated and helped you with your current journey. I can definitely feel you guys are not in a super fun energy right now, but I do think that that as long as you're doing the inner work, you're working through your fear, and you're not allowing your fear to control you and make decisions for you, I think that you're going to come out on top, and you're going to be pretty dang proud of yourself when you do. So thank you very much, Capricorn. I wish you guys absolutely nothing but the best in 2023, and I hope to see you back in future readings.